What is up, YouTube? It's Aaron here, and I'm recording a deck profile for CWC Zeppelin. He's letting me upload this, and I appreciate him for doing that. First things first, I just want to shout out Mothership Board Games for hosting the Austin Regional that we just had this past weekend. I ended up taking second place, and I played Hoenna Tux, which is the new spirit that just came out. It lets you play 10 blue cards, and the Soul Burst is actually pretty absurd. Now that we can use Eccentric Visitor to just take advantage of it. So we played Base Towers, Corona, Cryptic, and then obviously the 6 standard shards. The list is obviously going to be based on Golems, since that's the synergy that Hoenna uses. We got 3 Failed 1, we got 3 Devourments. The only non-dark Golem is Daylon, the promo that came out in the past couple months. This card's very good. You can abuse it with ASB, Mizu, Air Tower to bounce it back. It by itself is only a scouter for towers because it's so weak, and I don't play Behemoth. But the card itself is just very good and allows you to take advantage of Hoenna with Hidden Lab. We play 2 Allurements. You don't really need 3, because if you're playing this on turn 3, like, you're not going to be doing much to a Reptile board. So it's mainly there to take care of things like the Phantasmal cards and interact with the blue board. We got 3 Avarice. I felt like the blue decks would still be out in force, and this is a very good interaction with Jamal Sola. So they can't like keep controlling their hand. You have to force them to make plays to interact with you, because a 2000 attack guy, it can beat over some of their guys under Behemoth like Phantasmal cards. So and with Hoenna gaining counters, it's really good at interacting with them. So and I played 2 Vengeance, another destroyer, big card. It's really easy to get golems on board with Hidden Lab, and just you play a large golem count. So you can actually hit 2 cards out of your hand relatively consistently. And also, like, if you have 6 counters on Hoenna, you can Daylon and summon this out, which I've done before. So it's black spells, 3 Hidden Lab, obviously, 3 Yami, just best Omega Magic, and probably one of the best specific spells of the game for Hidden Lab. 2 Ghostly Demise, 2 Dust Strike. These are the last black spells. I wasn't really sure how the meta would shape up right now with the new cards, so I only played 2 Demise. It wasn't a huge deal. We didn't play, there wasn't a whole lot of Reptile decks in the meta. But if I was going to go to Vegas, I'd probably bump this up to 3 just because I expect that to be more consistent. And Dust Strike's very good. Being able to lower by 2,500 instead of burst damage, it's good because of Tux. Whenever you stun their board, they'll do things like play Watchwoman, and this stops Watchwoman when something like Phantasmal Storm wouldn't. So for the blue splash, play 3 ASB, play 3 Mizu, and 3 Phantasmal Storm. So the main reason this is there is obviously to interact with the Mayu. This card's just super good. I'm not sure if this is the lineup that I would play going forward, but just giving your deck a lot of removal, being able to interact. ASB is just probably one of the best spells of the game, so there's not much to complain about here. The Phantasmal Storm is the only spot that I would really question, but I think it's still really solid, and I'm not sure what I would take it out for. And then Argent cards, play 2 Bone Scavenger. Urgon's still going to be a pretty big thing with Tux. You can just loop with Eccentric Visitor. It's a lot of dumb things. So I think you still have to play at least 1 Scavenger. I think 2 is probably okay as well. 3 in this deck, because you have the golems, you don't really have the space to play a lot of like non-golem cards, so it's hard to find more room. And we play 2 Eccentric Visitor, being able to abuse it with Tux. We have Yamis to cycle it back, and then in the side I play Statue at the Argent Tower, so you can just actually use this an absurd amount of times. And then 2 Watchwomen, like I've been talking about. Tux is a really impactful card in the meta, and you need ways to interact with the other, or sorry, not interact, but like crack towers even after they stun your board. So 40 card main deck. And for the side, we play 3 Azures here. This is when we need to be more aggressive. I would take out something like Phantasmal Storm or Mizu in matchups where they have like a lot of anti-spell hate, like Gigants, which I've seen in some of the Urgon decks. So I'd put this in, try and be more aggressive, and just get into the towers early before they can get into annoying locks. 3rd Ghostly Demise for the Reptile Bloom decks. 2 Hellish Guardhounds. This card could make its way into the main, just because it's such a good anti-aggro card. It blocks the unit and is a Guardian. So there's definitely there might be room for it in the main, but I already had 7 3-drop cards, and it's kind of hard to find more room, especially with Allurement in the deck. So like I said, it's good enough to do it, but I'm not sure if I have room. The 3rd Bone Scavenger, we have 2 Acid Mongers. This is another card you can summon off Dialon. You can kind of treat it like this deck isn't exactly Urgon, because like you have to have Hidden Lab for it to be that interactive. But being able to search your deck for monsters that have good effects in specific matchups like this versus Liam or versus the Hoenna mirror, you definitely like having that option in your deck. And then, so versus the control decks, I play 2 Statue at the Argent Tower. It just gives you more value. You can shuffle back Devourments if you need them versus the aggro decks. You can shuffle back Watchwoman, do Vengeance, whatever you need in the matchup. And then Nerdy, obviously, just one of the best anti-control cards in the game. Being able to resolve something like Avarice multiple times, super impactful. And then we played 3 Shard Spider, just really good anti-aggro card. I can't see myself not playing this for the foreseeable future. It's a free card you play and an exhausted card for the next 2 turns. So that was the list. I played a pretty diverse matchup. I lost in the finals to an Argent Saga list, which was my friend Jacob. Shout out to him. He helped me with the deck, along with Wesley, who got me some last minute cards, so shout out to them. And then Princess as well, who helped me theory the deck. The only changes I can think of right now would be adding the 3rd Watchman to the side, because as Tux becomes more popular, you need more ways to get to quickness through your deck. So yeah, other than that, I'd like to thank Zeppelin again for letting me upload this, and I'd like to see you all in Vegas, so good luck to everyone.